Shalom, Akim, giving no praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim, Yahushua, Bashim, Dash, double honor to the apostles, elders, great millstone, salutations to sincere Akim out there of the hopeful elect. All right, hey, we may be less than 2 weeks away from a possible race war, man. You know, with this, given this upcoming election day, where you got former President Donald Trump running against Kamala Harris, all right, and I guess there's a whole host of other people on ballot tickets, you know, running for president, you know, independent party, whatever, you know, but we don't know about because that's never on the mainstream news. All right, but if Kamala Harris gets in office, man, it could possibly be a riot. You know, there's a possibility that it could be a riot. Seen what happened on January 6th when Trump didn't get reelected. All right. And they was talking about the Capitol riot and what have you, in which some people died, even though we know it was a false flag attack or whatever, you know, because the elites, they like to cause chaos so they could bring in order, you know, and in this case, a new world order. That's what these devils are trying to do. But you know, our people are just totally clueless and unaware of the times that we live in and the troublesome times ahead, you know. And like I said, we might be this close from some uprising of the people, man, you know, pursuing the prophecy. Okay, the scriptures tell you that there's going to be sedition among men, you know. And if Trump don't get in office, man, I believe them white boys down in the South, down in them Bible Belt states, you know, up in the mountains, in the Appalachian Mountains, all right, you know, even Pennsylvania, you know, some of these rural communities and suburban communities in these different states, you know, red state, blue state, whatever, they gonna lose their fucking minds, man. They gonna lose their minds, you know, because you got to keep in mind, the so-called white man, they have everything to lose, all right? They have everything to lose. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, who make up the 12 tribes of Israel, who are under these curses spoken of in the Holy Bible, because you disobeyed the law, statutes, and commandments of the Heavenly Father, you don't have nothing to lose, man, okay? Because this is not your kingdom, all right? What do you have to lose? You don't have jack to lose. So it doesn't make sense for you to go out, you know, come election day this November, to cast a ballot for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris, all right? Whoever you plan on voting for, because neither one of them are for your best interests, okay? They serve the interest of the elites, the international bankers, all right, and the Illuminati, you know, the super rich families that run the world, okay? That's who they serve. They don't serve the American people, all right? And it's all politricks, man, all politricks at the end of the day, all right? I want to read a scripture, Psalms 55:21. It says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. All right, they just had a video, which is pretty funny, with Donald Trump working at McDonald's, you know, learning how to shake up the French fries, okay, put salt on it, add a little extra salt on it, you know, speaking all nice to the employees that work there at McDonald's, but at the same time, you know, it's a promo for his campaign, you know, and he was serving some customers at the drive-through window, and everybody that drove through by the window, he kept saying, oh, you're a very beautiful person, this looks like a nice person, oh, you look so nice, and this, that, and the third, hitting them with all these smooth words, you know, because it's all politricks, all right? Now, if you know anything about Donald Trump, it's been lately in the news because well, not Donald Trump, but you had RFK, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. He was running for presidency as well. Then he dropped out the race, and he sort of kind of teamed up with Donald Trump, endorsing Donald Trump. even though Robert Kennedy is a Democrat, you know, and he started endorsing Donald Trump on some make America healthy type shit again, you know, promoting healthy food, non-GMO and Monsanto and all of that kind of stuff, you know, but health, you know, basically Americans need to get back into good health, you know. And there's videos of him and Donald Trump sitting there, you know, talking about that, all right. And then here you have Donald Trump recently had a big promo of him serving McDonald's. So it shows you the hypocrisy of these politicians, man. It's all a trap. It's all politics, politricks, okay? All right? To win the favor of the people. So I'm gonna read that again. It says the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. So a politician gonna tell you everything that you like to hear, you know? Everything appeasing to your ears, man. We're gonna cut taxes, you know. We're gonna clean up the communities, you know, the big inner cities. We're gonna be tough on crime. All right, we're gonna bring more jobs back to America, okay? And this, that, and third. You know, we're gonna lower the cost of living and do something. You know, we have a plan to curb inflation and all that good stuff. All them things to appease your ear, so that come election day you can cast the vote in the ballot box in their favor. All right, but in all reality, they're gonna wind up doing worse than the president that preceded them. Okay, because you know, every 4 years, every new term, presidential term, that sitting president becomes worse than the president, or he winds up doing worse than the president prior to him. Okay, so war is in their heart. All right, they don't serve the interests of you of the American people, and especially you Jakes, you Israelites. All right, it says his words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Okay, his words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. You know, look at Kamala Harris, right? Kamala Harris, Kamala, whatever you want to call her. All right, every time she gets in front of a particular audience, she switches up the tone of her voice to sound like that particular audience that she's addressing. You know, case in point, when she was in the South, she's doing her Southern accent. All right, when she's around black people, she try to talk a little bit more hip. You know, try to throw a little bit more slang and swagger to her speech. All right, you know, when she's around West Indians or whatever, immigrants, from the Caribbeans, and she try to throw that little patois, you know, Jamaican accent in there, you know. So she's a politician, basically. All right, so she tries to speak more relatable to the people she's addressing. All right, so they all full of shit at the end of the day, is what I'm basically trying to say. Is where I'm getting at. And you know, Kamala Harris, her history when it comes to being a prosecutor out there in California, you know how many so-called black men that she locked up, you know, for the rest of their lives, violating the 3 strikes law out there in California, which it could be for some of the most pettiest crimes. All right, but you know, she's trying to pitch to young black men to go out there and vote for her, and even get some asshole like Barack Obama, who's not one of our people because he's a Hamite, he's an African, okay, to scold you young black men out there, all right, or talk down on you or lecture you, all right, about going out there to vote for Kamala Harris. You know, what is it? Black men got something against a woman being the president and this, that, and the third, you know, coming from Barack Obama, all right, who's a goddamn Hamite and who ain't never did nothing for you so-called black people when he was in office. Okay, so these politicians, it's all tricks, man. You know, they don't give a damn about you. Like I said, they serve the elites, the super rich, all right, the international bankers, Okay, this is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12, verse 16. It says, an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips. Who is the enemy? The so-called white man. All right. And Kamala Harris, what the hell is she, man? You know, we know she's not one of you so-called blacks, right? She's not a so-called black woman. She's not West Indian, you know, West Indian black or whatever. All right. I don't know whether she's a coolie or whether she's a straight up Edomite, you know. Okay. But I know for sure she's the goddamn enemy. All right. It says, an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. Okay. And that's Kamala Harris, man. And that's Donald Trump. You know, after all of these years, Donald Trump still never apologized or took responsibility or accountability for what he said about the Central Park Five. You know, the Central Park Five, who were wrongly convicted for raping a woman in Central Park back in, I believe it was 89, 88, 89, late 80s. All right, in which Donald Trump paid for major ad in the newspaper to give them the death penalty, saying New York should bring back the death penalty for the Central Park Five. And come to find out, they didn't even rape this woman, man, the Central Park jogger. Okay. All right. And Donald Trump never apologized to them or anything, man. But he was willing to put them to death. You know? And he never took, you know, any accountability for that, man. Because he's the devil. He's the enemy. All right? So all you jakes out there that's jumping on the Trump train and talking about you're going to go out there and vote for Trump and, you know, or going to go vote in general just so you can vote for the lesser evil, which that don't make no fucking sense, because evil is evil. There's no such thing as a lesser evil. Evil is fucking evil, man. And Donald Trump and Kamala Harris, they both evil, okay? And the people they work for are evil, all right? So they trying to throw you into a pit, like the scriptures say. I'm gonna read that again. Ecclesiastes 12 and 16. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips. Oh, you're beautiful. Oh, God bless you Americans. Oh, we're gonna do this for you. We're gonna do that for you. You know, give you better health care. You know, and you know, decrease the cost of living. You know, bring jobs and make life more affordable and better for you. And these are the sweet things they talk with their lips. You know. All right. It says, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw you into a pit. Yeah, to trap you up, man. You know, to trap you up. That's what they're trying to do. Drive you further in debt, okay? And also put more laws on the books, executive orders, to incarcerate your ass, man. You know, and to get rid of you. And mandate certain things that are not good for your health, man. You know? Like the jab, all right? And the RFID microchip, which is the MOTB according to the Bible. This is what these politicians are all about, man. This is what they want to do. All right? They want to trap you up, man. They want to trap you up and destroy you. Okay? It says he will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. Okay? So these politicians are the goddamn devil. They all about lining their pockets up at the cost of mainly Israelites. Okay? But you know, in these days and times, all you goddamn Americans, man. All right? All you Americans. All right? So I'm going to end this video on that note. Say Shalom Wabarakim. Hopefully you were edified. And, you know, don't even waste your time going to vote. All right? Especially if you're a Jake, you're an Israelite, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Because what do you have to lose at the end of the day? This is not your society. This is not your kingdom. All right? And if all the so-called white man has for his last hope is Trump to build this place better or make America great again, then it's clearly showed you that America ain't got a chance in hell and make it, and the Lord ain't gonna bless this place, but in fact he's gonna curse it and destroy it with missiles, like it says in the prophecies in the book of Revelation and all throughout the scriptures. So Shalom Wabarakim to you brothers out there. Lord willing, I'll catch you in the next one. Shalom.